What's up, Internet? Welcome back to the Roottrees Are Dead. In the last episode, we started the second campaign, which is Roottree Mania. We have a lot of possible infidelities, and we're going to identify exactly what's happening. There's a couple things that I didn't do in the last episode that I have to follow up on, and yeah, we're going to start right there. So the first thing I didn't do is look at this top secret envelope. You can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. You have to be extra sleuthy this time around to deduce the truth. Pay close attention to what you find and be sure to look into loose ends. So there is another thing that we have to find here. Now, the placement of that envelope in the first campaign did matter. The envelope was here, and that was contextual to here. So there's a chance that this envelope is contextual to something in its immediate area, which would be cool. Not sure, though. We'll just have to deduce and find out. I'll be on the lookout for stuff, but for now I haven't seen enough to know if there's something interesting there. Okay, cool. So, don't have any new evidence yet, but we do have a lot of our 5Ps stuff. So let's, I want to go back to this page and just continue to search through a lot of stuff, and then we'll go to all of our periodicals. Okay, so we kind of looked up a little bit of everything, but again, I'm just going to do a quick little search. That's good. Root of all evil. I think we did that one also. Yes. What I did not do was that. Yep. This track is the only new song on the album. The subject matter of the song is the hypocrisy of those that claim money is evil. He points out that the only people who think money is evil are those who have it, and those that can afford not to be greedy. In the song, 5Ps triumphantly talks about taking the Roottree's wealth due to it being his birthright and giving it to those who need it the most. You find a copy of the song on a suspicious-looking website and download it for your records. Okay, we'll probably be able to look up every song, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, Stevie Whitlock is definitely important. Stevie Whitlock is a lawyer with a history of publicity stunts and grandstanding. Still, she's managed to rack up quite a few legal victories for C-list celebrities and athletes. She became famous in the mid-1980s after successfully suing a multinational sandwich company whose 12-inch sums were actually an average of 11.5 inches long. I feel like that's true. Isn't that a real thing? Someone sued Subway because of that, I think. Stevie argued that since the company sold 1 billion sandwiches per year, that was enough missing sandwich to make a sub long enough to span from New York to Los Angeles. The jury awarded her a paltry $5,000, but the news coverage of her crusade turned out to be priceless. Unfortunately, none of this seems related to the Rootrees constantly. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I wonder, can we look up MTV? No. Okay, so Dirty Davy. I'm just going to go back through just so I'm not missing anything. David Fellows. Oh, hello. Cool. Because we were getting song names from some of these, weren't we? Yes, right. Okay, so Yes, I Can Jump. Yes, I Can Jump, not evidence, interesting, is a song that was on 5P's mixtape Dirty Devil. It seems to be the only song that didn't make it onto his studio album that people thought he should have. In it, he references a popular movie from 1992 called White Man Can't Jump. We'll look that up next. I know that exists. This reference has caused some confusion amongst the fan base. Because of it, it is agreed upon that the mixtape had to come out in 1992 at the earliest, but others point out that Fellows references seeing the movie on his 17th birthday. This would have been in 1994. Some take this to mean that the album had to have been released in 1994 at the earliest. Others claim that he was likely just trying to make himself sound older, since in response to some of the more questionable lyrics, he has stated multiple times that he was just a dumb kid when it was released. So this is going to be... This sounds stupid, but this actually I think is relevant. Okay, so that's not relative. So his 17th birthday is in 1994. That's the important part, I think. Some to make it... Some take it to mean that the album had to be released at 1994 at the earliest. Others claim that he was just trying to make himself sound older. Since a response to some of the more questionable lyrics, he stated that he was just a dumb kid whenever it was released. Okay, interesting. So this is, I think then this is factual, that his 17th birthday is 1994, which means what? That he was born in 1977? Yeah, I think so. So, interesting. That also places it, right? Because if 1977 allows it to be here within this timeline, and we're pretty confident that this is 5Ps here, I think. Just because of how it starred, like the original game was. He's the only notable Roottree here. And we do know a name. I think we can put that in pretty safely. I think this is David. Oh, we don't know his last... Oh, no, Fellows. David Fellows. And then he is a musician. I wonder if they have rapper. They don't. Okay, so it's all the same... it looks like most of the same occupations, though. Okay, great. All right, I'll look at the evidence in a bit. Let's see if we can find any other songs or evidence from this. Dirty Davy, Raina. Right, this is the one about accidentally putting his distant cousin in a song. Very funny. Dirty Davy. Okay, his mother. So we need to know his mom's name for sure. Maybe we'll find that in the periodicals. His rise to prominence was kickstarted when he appeared a few months ago on the cover of NewsTime. We'll get there. His mother with Guy Hudson. Okay, yeah. So let's take a look at this. Oh, there's no picture. This is the only single from 5Ps' album Root of All Evil. It received some airplay but didn't make a big splash critically or commercially. Still, it's kind of catchy. This doesn't say that the lyrics don't matter. Attention. Oh god, here we go. This is 5Ps coming at you from the real, you know, the place you ain't ever lived in. You say money is the root of all your problems. This is super 90s. This is great. I'm turning this up on my side. Y'all are hypocrites, sitting back in your massive estates. Built from the cash that your ancestors gave you, acting like you somehow deserve it, based on your family's creations. Yo, but look at here, sonny, don't you come for our money, or you might burn bright in hellfire someday, like that Madsen chick and her two dads. My pappy's cleansing trust should keep you away. Yo, it's disturbing, catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known hurt, but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners, cause we didn't earn it. When all of your worth it came free with your name, you expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed from he without blame. How about instead, I turn my other cheeks and spread them. Give me a kiss, you'll know just where to aim. Okay, this is interesting. Serving catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known that he person. Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. Ooh. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons for the meat. Ooh, Jesus. Right, he's an orphan. His mom died. That's actually extortion with your candy ass name, synonymous with sweets. Oh, you wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game. I came up on the streets, the only streets you reppin' are Park Place and Boardwalk. Your hypocrisy, monopoly is toppling. When I knock, have G's. Top off my pockets, please. Cause the same God that got to steal my mom from me is what he wants, right? This is decently written, I have to say. It's not the most insane song ever, but this is pretty good. Woo! Decorum. Of all your problems, let me take those problems away. Of all your problems. I'm doing the hand wave, the wave arms. Yeah.
Whoever caused dollars, the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burn their spoons for the needle. Whoever caused dollars, the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest
Wow, insane. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm gonna read through this quickly again, but I think the most important part is this part, I feel like, just to pull. Everything else is pretty much like just surface level. He's mad at the Rootrees for not giving him money. Hypocrites sitting back in your massive estates built from the cash the ancestors gave you, duh. Acting like you somehow deserve it based on your family's creations. But looky here, sonny, don't come for our money, so talking to him. Or you might burn bright in hellfire someday like that Madsen chick and her 2 dads. Remind myself about Madsen's. Oh shit, they're talking about Sam and oh no. Burn bright in hellfire like Madsen chick. So Sam and her 2 dads, Edward Clancy and Elias. Oof. Okay, so I think we understand that. I think probably because that's public information now. Though it's disturbing catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known hurt but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners because we didn't earn it. I wonder which geezer specifically came after him, because he's making this sound like someone specifically targeted him. That's interesting. Okay, well, that's cool, but let's keep going because there's more stuff to get from him. Now, yeah, okay, so periodicals. Let's do 5Ps. Felix Fellows, aka 5Ps, famously appeared on the cover of NewsTime, kicking off Roottree Mania. Then, a week later, Miracle Roottree appeared on the cover of the magazine in an article that focused heavily on 5Ps as well. A summary of both articles, as well as a close-up photo of the 5Ps is holding on the cover of his issue, has been added to your evidence. Let's do Miracle Roottree also. We're going to do a lot of things here. Miracle Roottree appeared on the cover of NewsTime, denying that Felix Fellows was a Roottree. The article from the issue with Miracle on the cover was added to your evidence. Wonderful. Okay, now, how about if I just do Felix Fellows? Cool. How about David Fellows? No? Okay. How about Roottree Mania? Really? No? Am I spelling that right? Yeah, seems like it. Interesting. Okay. Let's just spin the dial a little bit. Okay, how about Silver Screen Magazine? Starlet? And then Teen Blast would be the only other one I would think. Aha! 5Ps is popular and attractive enough that even though his music is not targeted towards teen girls, they seem to be paying attention anyways. While he hasn't done any interviews with the magazine, they've listed him amongst the hunky hotties for the past few months with small bios that tell various facts about him. This includes his real name, David, his birthday, February 9th, 1997. 1977, so I was right on that. Oh, wrong page, hold on. I wanna really keep good notes here. Highlight. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm gonna keep this note also. Heat didn't end up doing anything for us, but maybe we'll keep that for now. All right. Yeah, I mean, we could section this as many times as one. His star sign Aquarius and where he grew up, foster care in Portland. Foster care in Portland, even though his mom... Oh, well, maybe his mom died at 16, but he wasn't with her. Because if she died of an overdose, he might have been separated from her before that. A letter to the editor also claims that it's not possible he was born in 1977, as he claimed on a song called 17 Magazine, that he turned 17 in 1992. The editor responds with the statement that they've reached out to his agent to ask about the song and were told it wasn't performed by 5Ps and that they shouldn't print rumors. Interesting. Wait, so letter to the editor also claims that it's not possible that he was born in 1977. as he claimed on a Song 17 magazine that he turned 17 in 92. Right, so this is the same issue that he's between 17 and 19 in this 92 to 94 area. Okay, let's look up this song, though. Aha. 17 Magazines, sometimes referred to as 17 Magazine, is the title of an unreleased and controversial song by Dirty Davy. There's mentions of it on a few sites claiming that it was on the first release of his first mixtape but was removed. There's no audio or visual evidence of it existing, but there are independent accounts from people who have claimed to have heard it, and they generally do line up. According to their recollection, it was about many different loosely connected occurrences of the number 17, mostly violent. The intro states that it was written on Davy's 17th birthday and involved a fictional but glorified series of murders at a fashion show for a teenage magazine with a similar name to the song title. The person doing the violence was apparently trying to beat Dahmer's high score. Jeffrey Dahmer had pleaded guilty to killing 16 people in 92. Ooh. The intro states it was written on Davy's 17th birthday and involved a fictional but glorified series of murders at a fashion show for a teenage magazine with a similar name to the song title. Okay. I might have to come back to that one. Okay. Cool. So I feel good about 5 Ps here. Felix Fellows. So that does the same thing. Let's take a look at this evidence. Oh man, look at this guy. All right. Could this rapper be the next Sam Madsen? Oh, interesting. All right. June 9th, 1999, so that was about 2 months ago at this point. 5 Ps appeared on the cover of NewsTime holding a photo of his mother and Guy Hudson. This article concerns his insistence that his father was Guy Hudson. The story was dramatic and sensational and initially dismissed as fake till a DNA test proved that he was actually related to Guy Hudson. 5 Ps says that his mother was Joanna. Aha, Joanna. Was Zach Morden's secretary when he retired. Then Guy Hudson's secretary for only 1 or 2 weeks after that before she quit. The first few weeks that he was president. His parents divorced when he was 4 after his father learned of the affair. His parents divorced when he was 4. Oh, okay. After his father learned of the affair, sure. Felix and his mother then moved to Portland because she was afraid for her and her son's life. He grew up with her until he was 16, but one day his mother came home from the movie rental store where she worked the register. The next morning, they found her dead from an overdose in her car. She had stolen all of the cash from her drawer and spent it on heroin. That sounds like they set her up, kind of. As Felix went through her belongings, the only things he had to remember her by were a hairbrush she always used, some photos, and a stuffed animal from her childhood. But then he found it, a box hidden at the back of her closet. Inside were love letters and photos related to Guy Hudson, as well as a letter from his father containing threats. He threw it all away, with the exception of the one photo he appears with on the cover of NewsTime. He says it was the only one where they were dressed. Oh shit. The only one not from the affair itself. The picture is shown in full inside the magazine and was added to your evidence. The magazine also includes some additional history about 5 P's career. Felix Fellows was born to Riley and Joanna Fellows. But Riley Fellows is probably his name. Joanna is not her birth name, but has never rapped without a moniker. He tried to find success by opening for other artists and even by selling CDs on street corners in Portland. He's only recently started going as 5 Ps to harness the power of his lineage. The writer did some research into the truth of these claims and was able to confirm that Joanna did work for the Roottree Company as a secretary sometime during the early to mid-70s. It also did confirm she died of a drug overdose and that Felix went into foster care soon after. They were unable to track down his father. They also reached out to the Roottree Company, but at the moment, the company's blanket statement was, since the release of a recent book, Roottree has been seeing an overwhelming number of false ancestral claims. None have been actually factual, and nearly all have been knowingly dishonest. We encourage individuals to reach out to us in an official capacity as opposed to attempting to use our name in the media for publicity. Okay, so a couple things here. Let's go back through this. So she was Zach Morton's secretary. His parents divorced after he was 4. And then... This is so suspicious. Felix went through her belongings. Riley Fellows is probably his well, I guess not his actual dad's name, but his... Yeah, so this would be... Riley Fellows. Here we go. Yeah, no picture of him. And this is Joanna something. Not Fellows, because that's not her birth name. She died as her last known occupation was in retail, right? That's what it said. Where is it? As a movie rental store, so yeah. Okay, so that's him. There's stuff to look into here, but I just need her maiden name, basically. Oh, shit. I like that you see 5 P's in his glasses. Miracle Roottree fires back. So Miracle Roottree meaning his Miracle Senior. Miracle Roottree appeared on the cover of NewsTime shortly after 5 P's did. He vehemently denied that 5 P's was Roottree. Miracle doesn't focus much on the details of 5 P's accusations regarding his mother and Guy Hudson. Instead, he comes across as exhausted at the events that have been going on behind the scenes, as well as the character of those he feels are attacking his family. He starts with 6 P's content. He says that although most of the book was based in fact, it left out anything that wouldn't fit the agenda. He points out Sam's daughter still earns a generous salary for overseeing the farm division of Roottree, and that Sam did the same before her. Sam did the same before her. That Sam's family was not destitute, and that really it was only her son who chose to take on a job with no salary. That's bullshit. He claims that though they didn't have to, the family helped pay for her son's medical bills after voting that it was, quote, the right thing to do. Miracle also says that the story about his father, Elias, shunning EC was one-sided, leaving out Edward Clancy's blame in the whole thing. Elias gave him a simple ultimatum: stop sinning or be disowned. Miracle says it was EC's own choice, and that Elias allowing him to earn food and shelter on the company's dime was a kindness, especially considering that he and John continued to live together. Miracle then pivots to the fallout from 6 P's. He recounts a deluge of claims to the Clancy trust that the family have been subjected to. He doesn't cite any specifics, but says that every time someone comes forward, the family devolves to arguments. They've had to hire an outside legal team to help, but so far every case has been demonstrably, laughably false. All they do is tarnish his family's reputation. He focuses on 5 P's, who appears on NewsTime before him. He calls him a grifter and a delinquent, and says that he's using their name and products to sell filth to the masses. Of all the accusations, he says that the most dangerous because it exposes the world to hatred. He cites 5 P's lyrics as violent, sexist, and ungodly, and prays the boy will repent, retract his lies, and find religion. Yeah, so I find it hard to believe anything Miracle. I find it really hard to stand behind Miracle because he's a preacher, and he's going to come in with that good old Bible studies type mentality, right? Because 5 P's was right. He is a child of the Roottrees, right? Lastly, he turns to the future. Miracle states that those that wish to hear the true story can join him on his farewell tour this upcoming fall. The Miracle's Roottree are planning on touring the country's churches one last time, and now that at age 71, Miracle's the oldest living Roottree, which is true, actually, yeah. While he plans to continue preaching at his own church in Butler County after the tour, this is, quote, your last chance to hear the truth from the man with the most complete recollection of one of America's most notable families in your hometown. The article mentions that Miracle's son, Miracle Jr., did not wish to comment and has a statement from Clark Rafferty LaRue. Miracle does not speak for his entire family. We're working carefully on a plan to definitively disprove any claims of infidelity in our family's past. The article also does not refute Miracle's claim that he is the, quote, oldest living Roottree, despite Sam Madsen being born the year before him. It was unclear if Miracle made the claim out of ignorance or spite. Yeah, I was going to say, he is definitely an old Roottree, but wasn't Angelica and Lauren born before him too? Wasn't that the whole point? Because he was a child when they were all oldish. So, that's interesting. Okay. So, also, it's looking obviously like this is Guy Hudson, by the way. And you were the third president. I should just put that in now. Okay, and now... Guy Hudson and that woman. The rapper 5Ps appeared on the cover of NewsTime holding this Polaroid of his mother, Joanna, when she was Zach Morton's secretary at a company picnic. He claims that Joanna and Guy Hudson, also in the photo, were having an affair that led to his birth. Interesting. Well, we could put some photos in. Joanna something. We have to find her name for this to work. Okay. All right, that's all my evidence. Oh. This page hasn't been updated for at least 8 months and now might not be relevant. Oh, okay. So they're going to give me this warning if there's something that I could have found before. Got it. Okay, cool. That's a good way to do it, actually, because I could easily look up anything, right? All right. I don't want to give up on 5Ps now because there's still stuff to find out, but I feel like I'm going to have to go around in circles a little bit before I find something about him. She overdosed when he was 16. Let's look up Riley Fellows. Why not? Is that how you spell the name? Fellow-E-S. And now let's go to... No. Okay. Let's do the easy ones to look up in NewsTime. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to go here next. Let's go back to our evidence. And just checking on. Oh, actually, we're coming up at the end of an episode. Okay. I think in the next one, so we did 5Ps, right? We see he's the notable Roottree, etc. Cool. I think we have to start taking down some of these other things, and maybe we'll circle back through things. So 6 pieces is going to be our next piece of business. I'm going to make a new page just for that. pieces. And now with that all prepped, I think we're good to go for our next section. Thank you for watching. Not a lot of actual like locked in progress, but I feel like this section of the game is going to be a lot more slow in terms of the numerical progress and more about like mental progress, right? Because all we need is a little bit of information to be able to make progress here. If you liked it though, please give a video a like and subscribe if you want to see future episodes. I love this game. This is going to be so much fun as we continue to go through this. Hope you come back, and we'll see you in the next one.